O accursed hunger of gold, to what dost thou not compel human hearts? Hello, I'm M.E. from M.E. and History. These words by the Roman poet Virgil speak of a substance that spans thousands of years, is linked with the powerful and the almighty, and has been craved by people from all over the world. The substance in question? Gold. When we think of gold, we think of events like the California Gold Rush, or first-place medals in the Olympics, or even the story of how King Midas made everything turn to gold by just a simple touch. However, there is much more to gold than meets the eye. So sit back and get ready for a literal, glowing, glittering journey. To start with, we must ask the following question. What exactly is gold? Scientifically speaking, gold is a metal in group 11 on the periodic table of elements. It is typically bright yellow in color, though other variations, like rose gold, produce different colors. Gold's atomic number is 79, and its chemical signature is O, which comes from the Latin word aurum, or in English, shining dawn, a signature that is fitting for the metal most revered by humankind. So, why is gold so beloved and coveted? For one thing, unlike, say, silver, gold doesn't tarnish, allowing it to retain its characteristic shine. Take King Tut's funerary mask, for instance. Even though it was buried in the Valley of the Kings for over 3 millennia, the mask pretty much looks like it was made yesterday. For another, gold is scarce and has a global distribution that is, for lack of a better word, uneven. Because of this scarcity, gold has become synonymous with 3 things. The first thing gold is linked with is divinity. Ancient cultures like Egypt believed that gold had mystical properties and used it when worshiping their pantheons of deities. When Christianity came into the picture, artists used it in altarpieces, icons, and religious tapestries. Even artists like Sandro Botticelli used it in their paintings. The second thing gold is associated with is wealth. We can see this when looking at gold bars and gold coins. In the Roman Empire, gold coins were heavily valued and, rather than being doled out left, right, and center, were squirreled away as life savings. People bought their stuff with silver instead. And up until the 20th century, pretty much every country's currency was backed by a gold standard. And the third thing gold is connected with? Power. We can certainly see this from a monetary perspective, but we can see it in other visible ways, particularly in the institution we call monarchy. Obviously, rulers have worn gold crowns, owned fine gold jewelry, and decorated their rooms with gold-covered furniture. But rulers were also crazy about cloth of gold, a kind of fabric in which gold is either beaten or worked into long strips of silk or linen threads that are then woven together. The love for the fabric was so great that it culminated in June 1520 at a summit meeting known as the Field of the Cloth of Gold. This unsuccessful attempt to forge an alliance between two age-old enemies, England and France, was given its name because the tents used by both entourages were made of cloth of gold. A very apt choice of material, given that the rulers at the time, Henry VIII and Francois I, held a very strong love of food, women, and, of course, luxury. In spite of its beauty, however, gold has a dark side to it. For one thing, the chemicals used in gold mining are notorious for polluting water, eroding soil, and damaging ecosystems. Mining in some areas is done illegally and exploits workers who are given very little pay. People have also fought and killed each other for gold over the centuries, be it the Spanish conquests in the Americas or the battles between Egypt and Nubia, for instance. In other words, gold has made humankind's basest instincts rear their ugly heads time and time again. So when you see this alluring metal, remember Virgil's words. While it is healthy to listen to our hearts and have the presence of gold close by, we must also listen to our brains and make sure that we keep our hunger for this beautiful metal in check. I'm ME from ME in History and YouTube.